The previous coaching staff, Coach Henderson, those guys did a great job with the culture here. And obviously the history that they've had here in Monacan as well. So when I applied for the job, I wasn't expecting to take the job because I really liked the situation that we had at Manchester. I love the kids, love the coaching staff. But after meeting with the new AD, Mr. Hicks and Mr. Schindler, the new principal, they pretty much put me in a situation where I couldn't say no. And the hardest part about it was having to tell those kids at Manchester I've been with for 4 years that I was leaving, because I love those. And this kid, I still talk to them all the time. I love them to death. But, when you're presented with an amazing situation, it's when it's time to leave, and it was time to move on. I have an opportunity now to impact 70 kids on a daily basis, and I feel like that's my calling. Coming in at first, it was a little hard because they didn't understand what I meant when I said we're going red line. So we start every day off with that tempo drill. And I tell them, I say, the objective is we're trying to get 5 plays snapped in 30 seconds. We want 5 plays. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Today we're about 42 seconds, give or take. They've really brought into it. The kids really seem to love it. They love the way the structure is. We're having fun, and, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I don't think I've ever been in an auditorium in a meeting where kids have stood up and started cheering whenever I started explaining things. So when we talked about the offensive structure, the defensive structure, they were really, really excited. And it's built for these kids. We have fast, athletic kids, and that's what football is about, right? Can I get my fastest kid, my most athletic kid, on your most unathletic kid, or maybe the 11th defender? That's what we're trying to do here. And once we find those matchups, we're gonna take them. I've talked to people from South Dakota, Florida, Texas, met with them about what we're doing and how to coach it and make sure we're all on the same page. And so when I brought that system over, again, the kids are really gravitating towards it because there's not a lot they really need to do. I'm just asking them to go run really, really fast, and then we'll make the corrections after that. And so they've really bought into it. Credit to them. They show up every day with a great attitude and great enthusiasm. And, I was shocked at first because of how excited they were when we started lifting. A couple days ago, we were lifting the fitness center because we ran out of, they were redoing, and there's no electricity in the building. And I was walking up, and I was in the road, and the fitness center's right there facing the road, and I could hear the kids in the weight room. And I've never experienced that before. Like, even the band members were trying to look in there and kind of see what was going on. So the level of energy and enthusiasm here is it's skyrocketing. I like everybody. I really like the offensive line. I think we got a great group of kids. We got some athletic kids that can move. On the outside positions, you got the kids from last year, the Aiden Spencers and Landon McCaddies and kids like that, this stuff is built for them. I mean, it's when I first came over and I saw them run from the film from last year, I said, yeah, we're doing the right stuff. Like, we're going to be successful at this. And it always helps when you have a quarterback coming back from last year. And Deion's done a really good job with it, really processing it. Again, it's very simple for the quarterback. Right, we're not asking them to read and go backside like we did last year. So he's really just has 1 to 2 things that he's looking at every play, and he's really enjoying it. He's really thriving in this because he's not having to process a lot. I'm telling him just go play. Right? I mean, it's football. It's supposed to be fun, right? So we always coin the term. We talk backyard football. That's kind of how we look at this, So that they're eating it up. They're enjoying it. Football comes down to 2 things: blocking and tackling. Right? So the team that blocks better and tackles better is going to win most of the time, regardless of what you do on either side of the ball. So fundamentally, our defensive philosophy is same as the offense, right? It's a very small minimum package, and we're asking the kids to make sure that they know where their alignment is, what their assignment is, and be able that they're, we talk near foot, near shoulder tackling, forcing the guys to the sideline, all the basic stuff everybody does. But because we do so little, we're really able to focus on those basic fundamental skills, which is really thriving for some of these kids. I never say we're going to win X amount of games or this amount of games because you can just never know. Obviously, my expectations is that we go 10-0. That's what every coach's expectation is preseason. And I do honestly think that we have a really good shot at achieving that with some of these kids. It's going to take a little bit. Because we just need reps. We need reps. It might take the 3rd week for this all to click, but once it does, it's going to be a really exciting brand of football we play here at Monacan. We want people in the stands to be oohing and ahhing when we throw the ball deep, regardless if we complete it or not. But just seeing someone throw the ball 50, 60 yards down the field is exciting. I want people to show up to the games to be excited and come watching us play. And to me, going as fast as humanly possible brings that excitement, right? Because you can't think in that regard. You just got to go. You just got to play, right? And so, for us, I really honestly do think that we can go 10-0, but at least at bare minimum, for sure, playoff this year.